So I was gonna make this in my living room, and I decided I'm walking, I'm pumped up about it, and I really just need to get this walk in today. And all I can think about is making this video, so you're just gonna have to see me windblown with my sunglasses on and all that today. And so here's the deal. How did I lose 1.7 pounds in a day after losing 0.9 the day before and 1.2 the day before? After, being in New York and eating carby, fatty food for 5 days. And here's the thing. I ate differently the night before. I didn't go overboard. I talked about that before. I had one main meal a day. I had coffee, sometimes fruit, and sometimes it was a latte, so there was milk in it, kind of milk, some sugar. But I kept them small. There were the small ones, and so what's the deal with this? What's going on? Well, I talked with Chris, my health coach. That's Chris, Body, Mind, Spirit. Follow him on YouTube. He's an awesome guy and awesome coach. And why do I say that? Because he has done so much for me, and he's helped me to see that the rubber band effect in a very different way than I had seen it before. And it's really true. It's consistency. What is my body used to these days? Well, my body is used to eating very healthy foods and getting enough but not too much, and eating to satiety but not over satiety, and doing that day in and day out, and having a day when I we'll have some starches every once in a while, and having my cheat meal every week, and which kind of helps my metabolism a bit too. And yes, I know my hair is interesting, but whatever. Anyway, so I am used to eating healthy food. I eat a lot of carbohydrates. They are mainly of the fruit vegetable variety. I eat some starch some days, but I always have 100 grams or more of carbohydrates a day. And I don't worry so much about the fat. I try not to make it super high fat, but some days, like today and yesterday, I had like 35% fat. Okay, my protein, I found out for me, I don't watch it exactly, but I tend to do better when I don't get over about 21% protein. My body usually, most of the time, does better with a higher carb diet. Sometimes if I have a little higher fat, that's fine too. But I listen to my body. I don't overeat. I try not to undereat, except if I'm having a stall. I may have to do something like that, and that is a temporary 1 or 2 day type of a thing, and not a big deal. So I am used to eating healthy foods, and my body goes back to responding to that after I've had something that's not the best for me. I had pizza, I had polenta, cheese polenta, I had meatballs, I had, with the cheese and all the stuff, I had, Euro wrap and sweet potato fries and pasta carbonara and, bayo buns and noodle bowls and, stuff, and chocolate mousse and tahini ice cream and chocolate chip cookies and tiramisu and all that kind of thing. But I went back to my usual healthy fruit, coffee, meat, eggs, cottage cheese, give us some Parmesan cheese, and that kind of thing. And a little bit of plantain chips sometimes, some things like that, just a little bit. And I'm doing really well because I snapped back to what I did. Instead of going, oh no, now I need to fast. Now I need to do something really extreme. I went back to what I was doing. And it's not just Chris Body, Mind, Spirit that says that. I mean, you got Greg O'Gallagher. He's 33, I believe, and he says very similar things. If you eat more, just go back to what you were doing. Don't try to be too extreme. And I'm losing weight beautifully. Now, do I expect that I'm going to lose 1.7 pounds tomorrow? By tomorrow? No. I do not expect that I am going to lose that much by tomorrow. I do not know what I will lose. But we shall see, right? That's kind of the saga. As you tune in tomorrow for the weight to know what I did today. Yeah. That's what I'm learning, is stop being extreme, except when in a stall. If you can't just work through it and you need to do something to break out of that stall for a day or two, then that's a very temporary thing. But I'm not always, let me try this, let me try that. I like to switch things up, no doubt. I might even try kind of a more vegan Ryan Adams kind of a thing in January, but it's going to be a balanced vegan type of situation. And am I going to be I could never have any butter during that time, I can never have any eggs during, well, no, I probably will not be quite extreme, complete vegan. And I don't even know if I'm going to do it. But it's something a little bit different. I might try just to do something, give my body something a little bit different if it needs it. And then, go back to my usual. It's a possibility. I don't know. It just, sometimes it's fun to experiment, but not with my goal. I'm on a good roll, and I could stall for a little while. It's possible. Usually after kind of a weight loss like this, sometimes it doesn't always go exactly how I like, but hey, I don't know. It's an adventure, right? But anyway, consistency. I'm going back to my consistent diet, and it's working so beautifully. It was something different for a little while, and my coach encouraged me to do that, and I started to enjoy it and not be so afraid of it. And and sometimes people are going to lose weight better than other times. I get that, and I seem to be going through a good time. Now, I also have been working out. I've been preserving muscle. I've been feeling, I can feel it in the shoulders. I can feel it in my legs. I can't feel it as much in my arms right now, but they're a little bit stronger, but not maybe as much as I'd like for them to be. But I'm going to get it there. I am increasing my weights, not as much as I'd like in the upper body, but I am getting there. I am progressing to some degree. So I am very happy about that. I am learning one big secret, which is do the upper body first, especially do the arms first, because that's where I am the weakest. I need the most strength. So after I get my 10-minute warm up, I do the arms first. I have learned my lesson. Doesn't matter what machines for other things I may want to do those arms first. So I think I'm going to progress better on my arms now. And sometimes it takes a little, trial and error and figuring things out. But to say, I want to wait until I have all the weight off before I do any strength training, I would say no, because my metabolism is not decreasing so much. I am able to have a slight bit of flexibility now. And I mean a slight bit. I'm not very metabolically flexible, but I'm a little bit more that way. And it's awesome. I just can't even tell you what the feeling is, but it's great. And so, if you're not out there in the gym, try it. Also, get your exercise, because even though it doesn't account for a lot of the weight loss, it helps a little bit. And like I said, it makes you feel better, improves your mood, getting, sunshine. So not every day you're gonna get sunshine, but sometimes. And it does burn some calories. and don't be afraid of it. No, yeah, obviously, if you overexercise, that can be an issue, but I did a lot of walking, a great deal of walking, and I was fine. I got back and I continued to walk. I continued to go to the gym and pump iron. And yeah, I just encourage you all to think about consistency and the rubber band of, yeah, I'm going back to what I do that works, it's consistent, and once in a while I can go have a day or even 5 days of being carefully, having cheats. And you know what? I am learning this new life, this new way of thinking about things that I don't need. I can go enjoy myself for a meal and have fun, and I can go back to my consistent healthy eating that I actually really enjoy. I love the cherries and Parmesan. That's delicious together. That was what I went to Whole Foods to get that, and it's like I want a little bit change from what I've been doing. So it's just same fruit and something with some protein in it in the morning, which some days I don't need that, but I've been a little hungry the last couple of days, and a little protein's great. A little fat, that's all cool. And it's it's keeping the same general idea, but using different fruits, different proteins, different things like that, and feeling, it feels, luxurious to have this Parmigiano Reggiano and these special cherries. I think they were like $7.99 a pound or something like that, but it's not like I'm done with them. I just had them for 2 times, and that was it. But it was fun, and trying out some different produce. That's a little extra special. And I'm gonna be trying some Japanese purple potatoes on Starch Day coming up here, but I'm doing this at least one more day, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I love yogurt, I love eggs, I'm enjoying chicken thighs, I'm enjoying what I eat, and I'm enjoying, obviously, having a cheat meal, and I'm not fearing it like I used to, and which makes it far more enjoyable. So anyway, that's me going on and on and on about the rubber band effect of consistency and going back to that same consistency. So it's what I do. I encourage you to think about consistency and keeping on getting your exercise, because it helps quite a lot. And I have been walking consistently since I was, what was I, about 275, and now I'm 223, and so I was pretty heavy, and I could get an hour in and then go back and get another half an hour. Sometimes I'd have to go with 45 minutes and 45 minutes, or 3 half-an-hour sessions, or whatever it was, but I could get that in. And the point is that you don't want to kill yourself, but work your way up to it, and it burns, like I said, it burns those carbs. That's why I like the high carb diet, because I have so much more energy, and I get the walks in, and I get, I have enough power, and I have power in the gym. Of course, I need I need a balanced diet. Obviously, I need the proteins and the fats as well. But anyway, everybody has their way they want to do things, but I am not into extremes except to break a stall. And it's working for me. So, maybe consider it. So now that I've yacked and walked, you all have a great day. Remember, you can do it too. Bye-bye.